Global War 36 enthusiast here with Operation Skyfall, turn 12.7, Italy. It is January 1942. Italy has one tech rule. I tried for radar at a 7 or higher. PB generated a 3, so I failed. Boss and Bruce, if you could take a look at my board and such, my production chart, anything that you notice that is off, please let me know. I want to just talk briefly about, I really appreciate my opponents and ally being generous with their time, and we kind of slowed down a little bit over the Christmas holiday, and then here I had a gaming weekend, Global War 36 over the weekend, so I had to tear my game down, reset it back up. So I'm sorry that I slowed things down. I'm back on track. I also want to say some things about this is the luckiest game I've ever had of Global War 36. I think there was one Italian turn where I didn't get hit a single time by Hambone's Russians. Other turns, it seems like I'm getting lucky. I got lucky with tech. Just last turn, there were 4 techs. I was only allowed to roll for 3 because one of my factories was damaged, so I succeeded with 3 out of 4, and I had to randomly see which was the tech roll that wasn't going to count, and it was the one that had failed. I've been lucky with PBE, and I've been lucky when Hambone is rolling to score hits on me. Then when Panzer J attacks my naval units, 3 out of 4 hit. I remember when I bombed Normandy, 4 out of 5 of my fighters hit. And then Silk just had an incredibly lucky turn in Primorsky Krai. They just kept missing over and over, and there were 2 shots with the tank destroyer that had been lend-leased to Primorsky Krai, and it had the opportunity, if it rolled a 1, 2, or 3, to hit the heavy tank, but it didn't happen. So whatever outcome there is to this game, there needs to be a little asterisk about the insane luck that we've had. And then I also want to talk a little bit about Hambone's really interesting. I thought this is so cool that the historical things, or I don't know if they're historical things, but the scorched earth. Hambone used scorched earth because the Japanese have invaded him in Siberia, and he destroyed those rails. I thought that was really clever. I've never seen that done before. And then another thing that I was really excited about was Hambone had discussed possibly railing a factory. I think it was the factory in Stalingrad was going to go back to the Ural Mountains. And I just thought, oh God, that's so cool. I've never seen a factory go back to the Ural Mountains. So a lot of excitement about this game, and I have gratitude for my opponents for their understanding about how slow I've been, and I'm back on track now. Okay, enough babbling. Purchases. So, Italy has 14 to spend. I will upgrade 1 militia to an infantry for 2. I will upgrade 2 infantry to motorized for 2, that's 4. And then I will lend-lease a fighter to the Spanish nationalists for 10. That's 14. Okay, combat. Despite a lot of combat last turn, lost that tactical, sacrificed that tactical. I'm just going to do 1 little attack there in Lithuania, where there's that Russian airborne. From central Romania, 1 air transport will pick up 1 airborne. It'll fly 1, 2, 3, drop him off for airborne assault, and then land in central Romania. And I'll bring the medium bomber, and it's going to land in central Romania. So let me see. Wait, it can only go 5. Shoot. 1, 2, 3. So much for me landing it in central Romania. Sorry, I thought I had this. 4 or 5, I guess it will land in East Poland. Not optimal, but that's what it will do. And am I going to get hit by anybody? Let's see, he could airdrop 1, 2, 3, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think I'll land in East Poland. All right, sorry for calling an audible. That's it. That's my only combat. So let's tee it up. I'll have one at 3 and one at 7, and he'll have one at 2. One at 3, hit. Just in case I made some error, I don't think there's any terrain, but I missed there. He's got the one at 2. Yes. Okay, so I do take Lithuania. That's worth 1. That's with the Italians. Guess we should put that on camera since we're not doing any other rolls. Okay. Italy goes up to 15, and Russia goes down, I believe, to 36, but I could have that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Hambone. All right. Non-combat. So the medium bomber, I guess, is going to go back to East Poland. 1, 2. The air transport, all right, I left it there, okay. Orel Kursk. From Orel Kursk, I got that medium armor there. It's going to drop back 1 to Eastern Ukraine. From Western Ukraine, 1 infantry will move to Kyiv. Guess I'll have them right there. From Bessarabia, 2 infantry will move into southern Ukraine. From northern Italy, I'll have 1 airborne strategic rail move to central Romania. From northern Italy, an infantry, a mechanized infantry, and a light armor will rail to Bessarabia. Okay. Then I think that's it for over here on this map. Oh, I didn't show my Bessarabia. Those guys are in Bessarabia. And then we'll go down here. From C-Zone I-5, the 2 naval transports will pick up my 2 Marines, and then they'll move through the Suez Canal and drop off the 2 Marines in Tobruk. So what does that fleet consist of? It has a fleet carrier, a battleship, a heavy cruiser, a light cruiser, 4 destroyers, and 2 naval transports. From I-5, the submarine will also go up and join that fleet in M8. From Eritrea, 1 of these mountain infantry will move down to Abyssinia. So I have 2 infantry and a mountain infantry in each of those. And then I'm going to have a movement up in western Ukraine. I've got 2 Italian fighters, and they're going to fly 1, 2, 3 to M7. That'll be 3. And then 4 to land on the fleet carrier. Let's see. Guess I should show you my fleet here. That's the fleet right there. It's I think that's all my movement. Placement of units. Let's go down here to Italian Somaliland. One of those militia is going to be upgraded to an infantry. And then we've got the 2 motorized upgrades. Those will be the 2 infantry that are in southern Belarusia. they'll get turned into motorized. All right. And then from northern Italy, one fighter will embark in this port under an Italian flag, and then it will travel to Galicia and Leon. Oh, no, it will not. Here's an interesting thing. I was going to go to Galicia and Leon, and then I see that Hambone had damage to that port, but luckily I still have this port down in Western Andalusia that's full strength, so it will debark, and that's when it becomes Spanish nationalist. All right. What else do we have? We have collect income. I collect 15. Okay, so Italy has 15 for next turn. Disposition of forces. I want to shout out to my opponents and allies for their dispositions, because trying to set up this year was easier than last year because everyone did their dispositions. So in Rome, I have 4 militia. In Tripoli, I have a militia. In M4, I have 3 coastal subs. In M8, I have 1 fleet carrier with 2 fighters, 1 battleship, 1 heavy cruiser, 1 light cruiser, 4 destroyers, 1 submarine, 2 naval transports. In Tobruk, I have 3 marines. In Eritrea, I have 2 infantry, 1 mountain infantry. In Abyssinia, 2 infantry, 1 mountain infantry. In Italian Somaliland, 1 militia, 1 infantry. In Central Romania, I have an airborne infantry and an air transport. In Bessarabia, I have an infantry, a mechanized infantry, and a light armor. In East Poland, I have a medium bomber. In Kiev, I have an Italian infantry and a German infantry. In Eastern Ukraine, I have a Italian infantry, 2 German infantry. No, that's Orel-Kursk. An Italian infantry, a German mechanized infantry, an anti-aircraft artillery, and a medium armor. In southern Ukraine, I have 2 motorized infantry. Oh yeah, in Lithuania, I have the airborne that you can barely see off camera up there. So next up is Boston Bruce with turn 12.8 KMT and 12.9 USA.